Hey, it's me again. It's your boy, Yah's Chosen One. At it again. We're in the great book of Jasher, chapter 50 in the great book of Jasher. And chapter 49 dealt with Joseph, coming into his own in Egypt. Uh, second in command to Pharaoh. Was given a wife by Pharaoh. Um, an Egyptian woman. Whose name was Osnath, who was actually Pharaoh's daughter. So what an honor, it is. As I read this, man, when I first came into the truth, being an Israelite and everything, I thought it was by Hamite this, Hamite that, Hamite this, Shemitic that, Japheth, Edomite, But now as I'm starting to read, I see that two of the tribes have Hamite blood in them anyway. Manasseh and Ephraim. And like I said, depending on Zilpah and Bela, it could be six of us. It could be six of us that have Hamite blood in us. So, we just continue to read, man. It's good to read and, think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's good to read and think for yourself. All right, chapter 50. At the time the children of Tarshish came against the sons of Ishmael and made war with them, and the children of Tarshish spoiled the Ishmaelites for a long time. Now, the people of Tarshish, these are, I believe, families of the Japetic race. Yeah. I think so. I think these are families of the Japetic race. Let's see something here. In Genesis, let's break down to, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? After the flood. All right. After the flood. Should be at the child. There we go. All right. Sons of Japheth. Genesis chapter 10, verse 2. The son of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. Sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Repath, Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha and Tarshish, Kittim and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, dividing their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. All right. So, these people were from Japheth. Children of Tarshish were from Japheth, and they came against the sons of Ishmael and made war with them, and the children of Tarshish spoiled the Ishmaelites for a long time. Now, whether you want to think that these people, however you break it down, the Japhetic people, some people say that those are the white people. I'm trying to get if all white people come from Edom or come from Edomites, then how is it that these Japhetic people are white too? Now, unless they're another dark skinned people, then that's who they are. But I don't know. You guys have to get with me on that one. All right. And the children of Ishmael were small in number in those days, and they could not prevail over the children of Tarshish, and they were sorely oppressed. So these Ishmaelites, the offspring of Hagar and See, my battery's running low here. All right, there we go. I think I got it. The offspring of Abraham and Hagar are being overrun by these people of Tarshish. And the old men of Ishmaelites sent a record to the king of Egypt, saying, "Send, I pray thee, unto thy servant officers and hosts to help us fight against the children of Tarshish, for we have been consuming away for a long time." All right. And Pharaoh sent Joseph with the mighty men and hosts which were with him, and also his mighty men from the king's house. And they went to the land of Havilah, to the children of Ishmael, to assist them against the children of Tarshish. And the children of Ishmael fought with the children of Tarshish, and Joseph smote the Tarshishites, and he subdued all their land. And the children of Ishmael dwell therein unto this day. When they wrote this, there was, wherever these people were in the land of Havilah, they took over these people of Tarshish land. And at the revolution of the year, in the second year of Joseph's reigning over Egypt, Yah gave great plenty throughout the land for 7 years, as Joseph had spoken. For Yah blessed all the produce of the earth in those days for 7 years, and they ate and were greatly satisfied. So 7 recommend is completeness, perfect. And at any time, and Joseph at that time had officers under him, and they collected all the food of the good years, and heaped corn year by year, and they placed it in the treasuries of Joseph. We will read this in Genesis 46 through 49. And at any time when they gathered the food, Joseph commanded that they should bring the corn in the ears, and also bring with it some of the soil of the field, that it should not spoil. Joseph was very smart. You see, I don't know if they had canned goods back then, but this is another way to keep it fresh, because it came from the earth, and you keep it planted so it won't. If there's going to be a famine in the land, you keep that good soil that you have so that the produce can stay fresh. Joseph was very smart. And Joseph did according to this year by year, and he heaped up corn like the sand of the sea for abundance, for his stores were immense and could not be numbered for abundance. See, that word, that phrase sand of the sea is used a lot. It's used a lot. It does represent a large number, and that was their phrase for like a large number. And all the food which Joseph and the Egyptians had gathered during the 7 years of plenty was secured for the land and stores for the 7 years of famine, for the support of the whole land. And the inhabitants of Egypt filled each man his store and his concealed place with corn, to be for support during the famine. And Joseph placed all the food that he had gathered in all the cities of Egypt. And he closed all the stores and placed sentinels over them, so people wouldn't come and try to rob and steal them. So he put sentinels. You ever seen an X-Men where he had the sentinels? Those are guards. And Joseph's wife, Osnath, the daughter of Potiphar, which is Pharaoh, bare him 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And Joseph was 34 years old when he begat them. This is Genesis 41 verse 50. I bet you Pharaoh's wife was mad. Then again, it's kind of weird. If this is the same woman that was liking him at first. I think her name was Osnath. I can't remember, but yeah, well, no, Osnath was Joseph's wife. So I'm trying to see. I forgot who Pharaoh's wife's name was, but it's kind of weird. And the lads grew up, and they went in his ways and in his instructions. They did not deviate from the way which their father taught them, either to the right or left. And Yah was with the lads, and they grew up and had understanding and skill in all wisdom, and in all the affairs of government. And all the king's officers and his great men of the inhabitants of Egypt exalted the lads, and they were brought up amongst the king's children. So they was good. They was into politics. They was into politics. They was very smart, and they was into politics. And all the people of Egypt saw that the famine had commenced in the land of Egypt. And all the people of Egypt opened their stores of corn, for the famine prevailed over them. And they found all the food that was in the stores full of vermin, mice, and not fit to eat. And the famine prevailed throughout the land, and all the inhabitants of Egypt came and cried before Pharaoh, for the famine was heavy upon them. And they said unto Pharaoh, Give food unto thy servants, and wherefore shall we die through hunger before thy eyes, even we and our little ones? Genesis 41:55-57. And Pharaoh answered them, saying, And wherefore do you cry unto me? Did not Joseph command that the corn should be laid up during the 7 years of plenty for the years of famine? And wherefore did you not hearken to his voice? Genesis 41:57. And the people of Egypt answered the king, saying, As thy soul liveth, our Lord, thy servants have done all that Joseph ordered. For thy servants also gathered in all the produce of their fields during the 7 years of plenty, and laid it in the stores until this day. All right, we're going to stop right there. And we'll do part 2 on the next video. Shalom.